So, hi, I am Deepan, and today I'll be hosting this session along with Piali. We are representing Tech for Social Good today, and in this webinar, we'll answer one of the biggest questions of the management for some companies. So, let's proceed. I hope. And so, before proceeding with the webinar, I would like to ask every one of you a simple question. Like, I hope everyone have trained some people or have been in a position where you have been tasked with training people. So, what do you guys think when someone will ask up to you about any kind of uh, like proof or any kind of documentation regarding how many people have you trained and is there any proof of that? Do you guys have any documented stuff or not like a folder or a WhatsApp group or a confirmation through a text message, a proper documentation or a series of certificates? We have all faced a similar situation, right? So today we'll be answering one of the question with one of our software and how you can simplify and streamline the whole process. So before starting the session, I would like all of you guys to follow three simple rules. The first one is just go ahead and rename yourself with your first name and your organization name. This would help every one of us to know each other better, and we can also identify if you have any issues or not. Sounds good?
Yes, it does. Thanks, Deepan.
Okay. So second off, if you guys are comfortable, it will be interactive for both of us, for both of the parties, to keep your videos on and your microphones off. So is it possible for you guys? Are you guys comfortable? Okay. Uh, Sakshi and Nirmal, can I get a response, please? Yeah. Good. Good afternoon, everyone. Hello. Uh, Nirmal, are you comfortable with your video on? Okay. So let's proceed. Uh, okay. So for the Q&A, we haven't scheduled any extra time at the end. So I think it's better to ask the question in between the sessions. You can just drop it in the chat and we'll keep answering amid the session. I think that would be better. So let's proceed. So I want every one of you to just drop in your chat of the city and it would help to understand how much this spreads. Okay, so let me open the chat once. Okay, so Delhi, Mumbai. Oh, from Chennai also we are seeing. So most north and south both covered, I think. Oh, Bangalore, the tech capital. Right. Okay. Oh, Gaya. Right. Okay. So now I would like Piali to start the session, I think. Let's let's start the session and have a nice session of you all. Thank you.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, Deepan. Thank you everyone for joining. And I think before I go ahead and we talk about the LMS and the program and the platform and how it helps streamlining training programs, I would like to talk about three problems that I have seen in all the NGO training programs. So be it program training, be it employee training. So over the last 16 years, while working with nonprofits myself, primarily in the tech space, I have seen that any nonprofit training program has these three problems. First problem would be, yeah, so first training happens, but it's very difficult to measure the learning that is happening. So that's the one of the major thing that I have seen is happening. A lot of work goes on in terms of planning trainings for the employees for the program, but learning and measuring that impact is always difficult. The second thing that I think comes to me as a problem, and I have seen that very often, would be every trainer delivers it differently. So the quality of the training is inconsistent. Last but not the least, it would be the scaling of the training is always difficult, because whenever you have to scale training, you need more trainers, you need to reach out to people individually and all of that. So these has been the three consistent problems that I have seen in many nonprofits. Now, I would like to ask the audience that if you think any of these problems are there in your organization, can you please put in the chat one, two, or three, whatever you think is the problem in your organization. You can also write all three if all of the three is kind of resonates with you. I can see Nirmala is writing all three. Okay, one. Okay, one and two, three. Okay. Now, if you have answered one, two, three, or outcomes, exactly. Outcomes is the learning, that measuring the learning. It would be, I think, around the point one itself. So if whoever has responded on the chat, if you have responded one, two, three, any one of them or all of them, I think this webinar would be important for you. If you think none of this is a problem for me, then I don't think this webinar will be helpful for you. But yeah, but anybody who thinks that any one of this is a problem, then I think this webinar will be kind of addressing some of that. Now, before we go ahead and do the demo, I would just like to check around the room. We are going to talk about a learning management system, which we call Appo LMS. In the audience, can anyone, just to understand if learning management system and what it does is kind of already understood by the audience that we have, or if something that I have to define before I move on. So can you, anything that you know about a learning management system, would you like to put in on chat? Even a couple of responses would be helpful. So my question for the audience would be, what is an LMS? Yeah. So if you know, whatever you can think when you think about a learning management system, can you just put it on the chat? I'm just going to wait for 30 seconds. If we don't see any responses, then we'll, yeah, move on. Yes, that's definitely what it does, Shruti. It's a system that helps the organizations to track learners' progress. Yes. Any other input? Yeah, I know it will take a little bit time to type it, so I'll just wait. Yes, yes, Nirmal. A learning system that is aligned to the org needs and streamlined self-paced learning. Yes, exactly, Ravi. Yeah. Give us data, which dashboard and analytics. Yes, of course. So, and learning management system will also give us data and all of that. So yeah, I guess we already understand what a learning management system is. Deepan, can you just put the entire slide on the page? I'll just leave it for 10 seconds and I'll let the audience read a little bit and then we'll move on. So as we can see, it's a learning, LMS stands for Learning Management System. Udemy is an LMS. A disclaimer, we are not connected to Udemy. It's just an example because most of us has used Udemy or similar course platforms. So Udemy is an LMS, but Appo LMS is an LMS that is for your organization, not a generic LMS where you can see thousands of courses. So yeah, this is what an LMS does. Now moving on. Yeah, so today's agenda, the first thing that we're going to cover right after I take you through the agenda would be how to create consistent learning experience. And when I say that, I mean, what does an admin do in the LMS? So admins are the one who creates the experiences. So we'll talk about that. After that, we'll talk about what the learner journey looks like. So let's step into the shoes of a learner and see what they will be experiencing in an LMS. Last but not the least, this is the most important part of I think, the presentation, where we will see what type of progress report, what type of impact matrices we can see, which will help us to track the progress. So this will be the agenda. Deepan, thank you for sharing. Can you please stop sharing? I'll start sharing my screen and do the demo. Just 1 second. I just share my screen. Now this, just 1 second. Just a second. So this is the learning management system homepage that we have. Now, as we can see that when you land to the homepage has a lot of sections. Like we have some text and elements here, some text and elements there. These are all the courses that are already there in the LMS that has been listed on the page and all of that. So this is a home page. And we also see there's a logo on the top. There's also a logo on the button, and yeah, on the footer side, and then you'll also be able to see there's a lot of element on this landing page. So the first thing that we say, in order for a admin or an LMS admin or an organization admin to create a create a standardized learning interface, a couple of things that they have to do. First of all, this entire homepage has to be customized for the program or the training that you're running. So that I'm going to take you through how that happens. After that, we will see how courses can be uploaded. So what I'm going to do, this is the homepage. I'm just going to log in as a admin of the panel. So I'm logging as an admin of this account. Once I log in, I'll go to system settings and I'll go to branding and website. Now, when I open this particular landing page where we saw that there are logo, there are a lot of branding elements there, including there's a fab icon. So the entire logo and the fab icon, everything can be changed from the portal itself. So in technical terms, it says like it's kind of can be white label. That means you can upload your own brand, your own logo, including your fab icon. Like instead of this blue circle, which is kind of our icon, we can upload your own thing. After you do this particular thing, the next thing would be the brand. Let us assume that the logos are updated and the icon is updated. You can completely customize the homepage. So the admin, in order to have a standardized platform, you would just click on the edit layout from the homepage builder and you will be able to edit every bit of it. So you see, instead of whatever was written, not only the text, you will also be able to change the color. So in your brand template, it may say that yellow is our color, or maybe it says green is our color. So you can completely change the text of the entire homepage. You can also change the color of this every screen and every page that you're doing, including all the buttons that you see. You can also decide that where that button will take someone to. So you will also be able to change the link. You will also be able to change the button color and stuff like that. Not only the text section, you would also be able to change the images that you have. So your landing page or your homepage of on the LMS would be completely customized by the admin yourself, and we would also work with the organization in order to customize this entire interface for the organization. Now, maybe there are some elements that you don't like. All you have to do, you just click on the cross section and it will be gone. Now, by mistake, if you have taken off a section, you can also click on the plus icon and you will be getting around 50 plus templates, and you can just add them back, and then you can also then customize the text and all of that. So able to build the entire homepage completely as per the organization's branding, from the logo to everything that you see on the screen. Now, before I move to the next part where I would be showing you how to kind of do the course upload, I have a couple of questions. Just give me a second. Now, my first question would be, one second. Now we saw that how a branded learning portal will be, you will be able to create. Do you think this branded homepage would be useful for your organization? You can type yes or no, whatever is the right answer. So there's nothing right or wrong. Just let me know if you think that this particular feature where you can customize the entire homepage for your program or the departments that you're going to use it for, will that be useful or not? Okay, I can see a yes. It can also be a no. For some people, it might be just the courses that they are care more about, where they just want to upload their courses for the learners. Okay, I do see a lot of yeses. Okay, perfect. Now, that was the first question. The second would be, before I show and take you all that how the course upload works from the admin panel, do you any guess on how much time do you think will take it to upload a complete course on the portal, or any LMS, like not just this LMS, like in any LMS, if you have to upload an entire course from scratch, how much time do you think it will take? Any guess is good enough. Like, okay, I think we have an ad. Depends on the items, but 1 to 2 hours. Okay, that's one person. Uh, Shruti, thank you for the response. I'll just share what it will be in the LMS, but yeah, I would just wait for a few more answers. We have 1 to 2 hours. Any other guess? Okay, I'm going to take you all through how this course would be uploaded and what would be the process like. But typically we have timed it, and if your course content are ready, and I'll take you through what the content means. Then in the LMS to launch a course in the Appo LMS, it will take anywhere between 5 to 10 minutes. But yeah, you have to have all of your course content ready. And what I means by course content, I'm just going to take you through that. But yeah, it will definitely not take 1 to 2 hours. It will take 1 to 2 hours if you are working on the course contents. If you're preparing the course content, what all will be uploaded. But if you have your course content ready with you, then it will definitely take anywhere between 5 to 10 minutes. And I'll take you through how easy that will be. Just give me 1 second. I'm just going to go back to the screen again. Now I will just go back and not save this now. So in terms of after the course, after the dash homepage is done, the next thing would be for the next thing that the admin has to do is add the categories. Think of categories as your bucket. These might be some of the buckets that we have created, but if it's a program training, it can also be program induction, right? So as an admin, before you start uploading the courses, we have to create some categories. You have to give the categories a name, and again, you can decide the buckets under which you want to add the courses. Now, once you add these categories, and adding a category is very easy, you just put the name, you just add a thumbnail and a logo. And if you want to add a pick a icon and all of that, you can also pick an icon and description. But the name and the thumbnail and the logo is the primary thing, because that would be kind of what you can see on the screen itself. So now you can see I have added 4 categories. What happens when I add a category like this? So if I go to this particular LMS, and if I hover on the courses, you see all the categories that I have added kind of gets added to the drop down. And when a learner clicks on all courses or any one of them, they will be landing to a page like this where all of the categories will be showing on the site, and the courses that are added for this particular category will be coming as a one of the boxes, right? So this is where you add the course category. Now after, so let us assume that we have added all the course category, and these are all the course categories. Okay. Now the next thing that an admin has to do would be adding a course. Now, I said that it will take at least 10 minutes. So let us try to do that right now. So if I click on add course, and I actually added or kept all my content ready. So the course title would be, let's say it's a program induction course. I have a short description ready. I have a long description ready. Okay. Yeah, so I have a long description ready. Now I'm saying that this post would be listed under which category? I'm saying it's productivity and well-being. Obviously, it is program induction is not inside productivity and well-being, but just for the sake of the demo, I'm doing that. Now I'm saying the level will be beginner. It's made in English. You can also say it's made in Hindi or any other language. For now, I'm just going to keep it in English. We can say it's a free course or a paid course. Now, free and paid course, this platform is also capable of integrating Resume or other payment gateway, and you can also do paid courses here. But for most of the non-profit, we have seen free courses is what they're doing. So I'm just going to keep it free courses, and I'll say lifetime, and I'll keep the drip content as on. And I'll show you what happens when I keep the drip content on. Why? Before I show that, I'll talk about this particular section. So when you add a course, if you keep it active, the moment you save it, it will be listed on the LMS, right? If you keep it draft, then you can still work on it, and then people will not be able to see. So but the moment you make it active and you submit, it gets added directly then and there onto the portal for the students to be able to see. Now let us talk about drip content a little bit. I will just show you what that means from a student portal. So let us assume that I'm a student and I'm logging into the system. Now I have taken this POSH awareness course, and I want to continue the course. Now, if I had drip content off, what happens? You can see the video, you can see the policy document, and you can go to the quiz, right? But if I have kept the drip content off, just give me a second. If I just turn on the drip content enable here, I'll just edit the course. I'll go to the drip content section, and I'll just make it on. And I'll save the changes. The moment I make it on, what happens that it will not let the learner to move from one place to another before. Just give me a second. I'm just going to refresh the page. Yeah. So here you see that here I can see the orientation video, but until and unless I complete the entire POSH induction video, I cannot move to the policy document. It is locked. So enabling drip content or disabling drip content actually make the other modules available, or it will lock it if they haven't completed one section. So if you want that to be locked, that you don't want them to move between sections, you want them to complete one before moving to one another, you will be enabling the drip content off. So I'm just going to do a sense check before I move to the entire course uploads as a section. Is there any course question as of now? And just let me know if the drip content section was also clear. Yeah, you can just put it on, yeah, unmute yourself and ask any question while I'm adding all of these again. So I'll just add this and select a category as this.
Hi, Piali.
Yes,
Can you hear me? Hello.
yes, I can. Yes, I can.
Yeah, hi. So I had one or two questions. So
Sure.
one thing is that I wanted to know if AI generated content is there. I mean, can that be uploaded also, or is there any policy against that, or anything like this? Second thing is I wanted to know that, I mean, does the LMS system also have any option of live classes also, or only the recorded content can be uploaded?
So yeah, so first question was on the content, and you were asking that if you can create and upload contents on your own, right? Ask.
No,
Yeah.
I want to ask that, I mean, there are some platforms who are not Ashtam. So I want to ask that, I mean, there are some platforms who might not be uh, permitting the AI generated content or so. So I
Okay,
wanted
okay,
to know regarding that. I mean, if AI generated
okay.
content, what is the policy regarding that? Yeah.
Okay, so for the first question, the content is all, it's kind of your it's an empty flat. Imagine this LMS as an empty flat, and you bring your furnitures and in terms of furniture in the LMS, it would be courses, and you can add any type of courses here. So if it can be AI generated, it can be with humans talking, it can be any type of course content. So we do not actually right now the content type can be video, that it can be PDF documents, or it can also be then quizzes, right? Apart from that, currently the system doesn't put any enforcement. Maybe in the next 6 months or 1 year, these are things that we'll start thinking about. But as of now, we do not have any restrictions on that. That's on the first question. And the second question was, is live classes available or not? Yes, live classes and that particular feature is also available. And yeah, it's there. And yeah, you can also host live classes in the portal itself for the learners. Yeah.
Great.
Now, yes.
Thank you for your response. I mean, adding to this only, is there any limit of videos that we can put on the platform, or is it like, I mean, is there any particular space that you provide for each and every client? And
Yes.
I
So
mean, maybe, I mean, you will be sharing it in the end. Is there any cost? Is it for free for not for profit? How is it?
yeah, so space, we will talk about the pricing towards the end, and we literally, I have a section where I will just talk about that. So I'll keep that for a little bit later because it's already planned. In terms of the space, yes, every NGO will have a will have a little bit of space that will be giving. It can be around 50 GB, 100 GB, 200 GB, and all of that. But at the same time, when you are, so I'll just show you how this section can be. While there will be a space which will be given to you, there the way you upload the videos are varies, and I'll show you how you upload the videos for you to understand that the space will not be a constant. If there are many workarounds for you to kind of unlock unlimited space, and I'll just show you how that happens, right? So let me now, in terms of the curriculum, I'm just going to do that. I'll just add the first thing that I'm adding in my uh, curriculum for this particular induction program is induction video. This next section would be my policies and expectations. So these are some of the sections that I want to add into my uh, course, and the last would be quiz. Now, once I added these sections, now I can add a lesson. And when you add a lesson, you can upload a video. So you can upload a Google Drive file, you can upload a video file, you can upload directly. Now, the way that you end up your space is if you're uploading them as a video file. Now, if you're using them as a Google, YouTube video or a Google Drive video, then you're not consuming space. The player is just playing it from the YouTube. It's just a player that's doing its job, but the storage is happening somewhere else. So we have seen that you can add unlimited courses, but you will end up losing the space if you're uploading everything as a video file. We always suggest you can upload them into YouTube as an unlisted course. You can also upload it through a YouTube, the Google Drive link. So yeah. That's kind of what we would be suggesting. So yeah, now after a course is added, these are the sections. You have to add some sections. As you can see, I have added 3 sections, and under each section you can add a video, you can add a PDF, you can add a quiz. Now in terms of the quiz, I'm just going to show you what type of quiz can you add, what type of quiz, and I'll add it inside quiz. In the quiz, you can actually add a timer. So whenever someone start taking the quiz, a timer of 10 minutes will start. I'm saying the entire assess quiz is for 10 marks. The pass mark would be 5, and they will be able to take two retakes. And once you do that and you add the quiz, then there will be a section that gets added right here. And now you will be able to add the question. Now, in the quiz section, you will be able to add 3 types of question: multiple choice, fill in the blanks, and true or false. Now, I'm just going to show you how that would look from a learner's perspective. I will just make this, edit this particular portion in this course, and I'll just make the turn off the div content so that it can lets me navigate between the courses, and I'll come here. Now I will go to the quiz, and you can see that there's a 10 minutes quiz that gets started. Now this is, and you will be able to start the quiz. When you start the quiz, if it's a multiple choice question, you will be able to select what you think is the answer. If it's a true false question, you will be able to select true or false and submit, and then it would be giving you the results once all the takes are done. So this is pretty much how you would be entitling your entire course. First, we'll be adding your sections, then you will be uploading your videos or documents, and then we'll be adding your quiz. And because the same thing will be kind of given to every student have the similar experience. It will not be depending on the learner because about the teacher, because the teacher is the platform itself, right? So it will be very standardized. So that was about what would be the work of an admin on the LMS. I'm just going to pause and take questions before we move to the next part here. I will also answer to some of the questions that's there. Is it possible to create the content on the platform? Nirmala, great question, but this platform is actually a learning management system, and it will not let you create content in the platform. You have to create content with other available mediums, and this platform will be able to host every type of content, including there is a platform that's called Articulate 360. In Articulate 360, you can create gamified content. You can upload those contents here as well, but this platform will not help you creating the content. Yeah. Okay. Any further question up until now? Okay. So Deepan, over to you.
We have proceeded a great part, about 50%. So now I would like to do a survey. The survey questions will pop up on your screen, and just select all the options that are relevant to you. Let me launch it. Yeah. So you can see the quiz on the screen, right? So select all that are relevant to you, and we'll proceed after that.
So we can see 3 people have answered
Yeah.
so far, and we have about 10 people in the call apart from me and Deepan. So we'll wait for everyone to answer. Like 6 people have.
We will need none of these also.
Sorry.
Okay. Yeah.
Like we might need none of these also.
None of these. Yes, you're right. If you so if you don't have any of these, so yeah, obviously will not answer. Fine. Okay, so I think 8
So I
people has
think,
answered.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I see most of you have selected almost 3 options. That kind of proves the point about what we are proceeding towards and why a learning management system is necessary for all of us. So now I would like Piali to continue with the session and proceed to the next.
Yeah, before I share my screen and take you through the rest of the slides or the demo, this was the answer. I think most of the people, I think 88% of the people, 7 out of the 8 people were saying that contents are in multiple places. And I think then this was the next highest answer where we saw the different trainers obviously use different version of the presentation. So there are a lot of version problem. And this was the last 63%, like 5 out of 8 people. And I think this was not a problem for many of the people. So yeah, this was the answer, poll answer that we got to see. Yeah. Now moving on. Now we saw that how it would be for a, just a second, how it would be for a, for a admin to add all the courses and all of that. Now we are going to take you through what would be the learner's journey, right? So I'll take you to the learner portal. Admin will have, for admins, we only have this option of doing it in the web portal, whereas for the learners, they have a freedom to choose between web portal and mobile app. So what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to log out of this portal and I will just log in as a learner. So right now I'll just take you through what will a learner's experience be on the web portal. So I'm imagining Kaushal is a learner and he has logged in. The moment he logs in, he will be able to, in the web portal, we'll also take you to the mobile app right now. You will be able to see the My Courses. My Courses are all the courses where he has enrolled from. On this particular platform, we have added 4 courses. Among all of the 4 courses, he have only enrolled into one. So he can see that this is in his My Courses. Now, if he wants to explore the other courses, he'll be able to go to all courses and he'll be able to see all the other courses. So there are 5 courses that are right now there. Apart from this pause one, if he wants to take the mental well-being course, he will just come here and he will click on enroll now. And then he will be able to start the course. As I was showing in the pause courses, if I just start now, this would be his interface. So here he will be able to see all of the curriculum that he has. He will be able to see if there's any live class there. So live classes happens here and assignments will be here. So apart from quizzes, which are multiple choice or short question, you as an admin of an organization can also create longer questions. So for example, if this apart from quiz, in this particular course I have added an assignment and the assignment just asks what does PAUSE stands for, and if I click on submit the assignment as a learner, there will be an answer box that will be opening. I will also be able to upload files. The upload files will be, it will take your documents, it can take voice notes, it can take anything that you want them to upload. So you can, they will be able to type an answer, they will be able to upload an answer if needed, and they can use this as a private note or a rough part where they kind of do some of their own work, which will not be sent. So all of these two will be sent to the admin, while this will be a private note for them to kind of add anything that they want to. So this is what the interface will be for the learner from the web app. Now I'm going to take you to the last but not the least, this particular platform also has an option for us to see if we want to enable certificates or not. So if I enable the certificate, they will also be able to get certificate right after they're done with the courses. So I have just enabled the certificate option and now I can see there's a certificate. They will not be able to download the certificate till the time they're 100% done with the courses, and the system will keep tracking that what percentage of the, what's the percentage for them for the work to done, and they will be able to download certificate from right there on the portal. I will now stop sharing and I'll just show you the mobile app. Just give me a second.
Really, the certificates can be designed, can be customized, right?
Can be completely customized, yes. You will be uploading your certificate and whatever you upload, on top of that, their name and their course that they have completed will be put on and they will be getting the certificate. The certificate is completely customized.
Thank you.
Yes. Now, let me just start with sharing my screen on editors. Organize before. Do I have my mobile screen on my laptop? Okay, so in terms of the mobile app, I'll just first start with Play Store and just look for it. Because it's already installed, I'll have an open button. For everyone else, it will have an uninstall button. Once installed, you will get this icon on your screen. And once you open this, this would be the interface. Now, yeah, so this would be the interface. On the top, we'll be able to see all the courses, and on the bottom, we'll be able to see all the categories. Now, I will actually take you through this web mobile app not from my mobile, because I don't want to keep looking at my mobile. I'll just take you through the interface from the from my laptop itself. So here, so just ignore the side part of it. So this would be what the mobile app will look like. First of all, you have all of your courses. Right now, as we saw, this particular platform where we are logged in, we only have kept 4 courses. And right now, this program induction is something that I just added. So that's there as well. So all the courses will be on the top for you, the more people to browse. You will be able to see all the categories here. And there is also a filter option where you can select the category and you can then filter and see what's in that particular category. So this is the home section. Then you get to see the My Courses. As we saw, even when this learner logged in into web app, they could see only 1 courses because he or she has only enrolled into 1 course. So that's the My Courses. Wishlist is something where so we only suggest that you click on enroll when you start taking the courses. Before that, if you have a lot of courses in the platform and if you like something and you want to take it later, you just click on this particular button on the this love kind of a sign, so that it kind of adds to your wish list, right? So that's your My Courses, that's your wish list, and this is the account where you would be able to obviously edit your name and stuff, image and all of that. And I'm just going to take you through what would it look like when you take a course. If I go to My Course and if I just start taking the course, see right now this is the video, and I will be able to play the video from the portal itself. Once the video is played, you will also be able to go to the policy document. Yeah. And then, which is a PDF that I have uploaded. And then you would also be able to take the quiz from the mobile app itself. So the mobile app and the web app both are available for the learners, while admins will only use web application. Now, I'm just going to pause.
Sorry to interrupt, but I think your screen froze during the presentation. Yeah, right. Okay. Can you please show it the mobile app once more? It would be, I think,
Sure,
beneficial for the audience.
Sure, I'm going to do that. Astan, before I'm sharing my screen again, yes, I'm just going to take you through the reporting part right after this. So, yeah. Let me share my screen and I'll just show you. Here we go. So, yes, so this is the mobile app that we saw. Here, all of your courses are listed in the home section. My Courses is the courses that you have enrolled for. Wishlist is the courses that you have put a heart sign onto it. And My Account. This is pretty much simple. When you go to My Courses, you will be able to see the videos from the mobile app itself. You would also be able to read any materials that's there. So this is a video that's being played. Now, if I want to go to and check the policy document, which is a PDF, I'll be able to see this, and then I'll be able to take the quiz from the app itself. Deepan, this time it was okay, right? You can see that?
Yeah, it's perfect.
Okay, perfect. So I'll just stop sharing and I'll come back to the screen. Now we are going to move to the reporting part. But before that, if there's any question, I'm happy to take that before I move. Yeah. Okay, unless there's a question, I'm just going to move on. But before I move on, I'll just put one question to the...
Piyali,
Yes.
Piyali, is that possible to, I mean, 2 questions regarding that. First of all,
Sure.
If the participant can gauge their own progress, that how much they have completed and how much is remaining. And second is there a possibility of having some reward system or point system for that? I mean, let us assume that I'm having multiple courses on the LMS. So is it feasible to have some sort of point system?
Yeah, so I will just answer to both of them. I'll actually show how the LMS kind of trackers that. So the participant will always be able to see their progress, where they can see it on the top of the curriculum. They can also see it when they come to the certificate section. So I think that answers the first question. And the next one was the reward system. So currently
Yes.
we are at perfect. Now, on the next question, currently we are actually working on the section that's called a reward section. I'll just show you how this will be working. Okay. So we are adding on we are working currently on the gamification and badges, where you can add a badge and you can, whenever a condition is met, means whenever they complete maybe 2 courses or complete 50% of this, they will keep getting badges. So you can add, as an admin, you can add the badges and the system will automatically give those badges to the learners. This is a part that is kind of work in progress. So yeah, in the next couple of weeks, it will be available to all the LMS platforms as well. Yeah, that's something we are currently. Perfect. Deepan, I think over to you
Yeah.
for this.
So we all saw that the LMS platform can work on both devices, right? So I would like to create a small survey type. So can you just react with the emojis on your Zoom and tell us that if you have more laptop devices for the employees, or the employees want a more mobile environment, or if you have both, you can just use the heart sign to show that. Okay. Okay, I saw majority of heart. So I think that's better, right? So every employee has their own comfort zone, and the learning shouldn't stop at any due to a device restriction. I think that's answer most of the part. And so now Piali will show you the reporting part and analytics part. Over to you, Piali.
Thank you. Okay. Now, let us go to the reports, but I think this is the most important section. So there are a couple of reports that you get on this platform, very detailed reports. So first thing first, on the dashboard, as an admin, you will be able to see how many active courses, if you have any private courses, if you have, how many lessons are inside quizzes assessment, how many students are there, how many admin, and how many course creators are there. And then this learning batches. So this will give you overall statistics about the learners and the courses that are added. They're not giving you any deeper insight. Now, for the deeper insight, where I will be going, under users, I'll go to the students and I'll go to manage students. So here, all the students are listed. Now, if I'm interested to see what Arya is doing, all I have to do is just click on his profile picture or on the name, and I'll be able to see that out of these 4 courses, he has completed this entire course. Whereas in this particular course, he has completed it 50%, but he has taken the quizzes and he has scored quite well, 6 out of 6 in each one of them. Whereas the post awareness section and the quiz, he has not taken at all. So this is the individual learner report that you can see. Apart from all this number, you can also see how many courses he has enrolled for, how many courses he has completed. He has only completed one. We can see that mental well-being and mindfulness is the only one he has completed, how many are in progress, and how many he has not even started, just enrolled. And you can also see average quiz score. So whatever quizzes he has taken, you can see the breakup here, but the average quiz score is 100%, because we already see that all the quizzes he has taken 100%. And you can also see that when he was last active on this web LMS portal, he was last active on 7th March. So for any learner, you will be able to get this detailed report, and you can download this as a PDF. And the moment you do that, you would have Arya's literally kind of a report card in your screen, right? So that's the first report that you see. That's an individual report for individual learners. So so that's an individual report, and you can generate it for any user. I just did it for Arya. You can do it for Ayush, whoever is a learner that you have in your. And you can also see outside of this, you can also see how many courses that you have enrolled for. But yeah, inside you will be able to get much more details about what's happening with this learner. That's one level of report. The next level of report would be comparison report. For example, you have 20 learners in a batch, right? Or maybe you have 30 employees, right? We know that in this call, we have HRs and program managers both. So if you have 20 people in your program, or if you have 30 people to train in your organization, then there is another report that you can create by going to the batches. So what will happen? I'll just delete this batch and I'll create it from scratch. Okay. Now here, in order to create a comparison report, you would just have to create a batch. So let me create a sample batch. when you add this, add whatever name is relevant, then the start date, end date, description, all of this is optional. After you added the batch, you can see there are 0 students enrolled inside it. Now what I'll do, I will click on these 3 buttons and I'll add the students, and I'll say I want, if you want all of the people to add it, you can obviously select all, but I would just want these 4 people to be added to this particular batch. Now, the moment I add these 4 students into the sample batch, I will be able to see a report. So I'll click on view report. Now, this will give me a comparison that, see, POS awareness, the course average completion, if I average it out of the 4 people that were supposed to take, it is only 8%, because only one person has completed it, 33%. The rest of them hasn't even started. It's all 0%. The quiz score is also, nobody has taken the quiz. Similarly, for this particular course, I can see 50% is the completion rate, because out of 4 people, 2 people have completed 100% and the 2 people are 0. So you will be able to see that. Apart from that, you will also be able to, so these are completion rate and average quiz score. Apart from that, you will also be able to see on the bottom, if they're taking the quizzes, ARIA for the quiz number 1, ARIA score, and what's the percentages. So you will be able to see a detailed report and compare many learners, and you would be able to download it as a PDF, and you'll have a complete report for the entire batch that you have just created. Yeah, this is pretty much all. The last thing is that you'll be also be able to see the student enrollment history. So whenever someone clicks the button that's called enroll, there will be also a timestamp that will be coming here. I can see that Kaushal started this course in July 8th, right? So this is what I can see. So you will be also be able to see the enrollment history. So this is pretty much all the reports that's there, and this is pretty much what we thought, all the reports that shall be there. I'm happy to answer questions regarding the report section that we just saw. Is there any limit of participants for any courses? No, there's no limit for participants or courses. The video upload has a limit, but I think we talked about it, that we can get rid of that by uploading it on Google Drive or YouTube. But for the participants, there's no limit. And I would also talk about the pricing. So we have created a pricing based on the participants as well, like how many
Piyali,
people. Yes.
yeah, I want to ask a question regarding the reporting only. So, is there a way to understand, let us say that I'm having lesser number of participants who are actually completing the course. Is there a way to understand that why is it happening? Maybe by floating a survey or any other way or so to these particular set of participants. I mean, who are at a particular position. Let us say that I have 80 participants who have completed less than 30% of the course. Right?
Sure.
So,
yeah. So in order to kind of try to understand that what is happening with the course and why people are not taking it, there's one option that I would like to talk about here, which is a newsletter part. So newsletter is a section where you can send newsletters or any email, like you can create an email. So for example, right now I have created a course, new course coming. And if I edit it, you'll be able to see the subject is new course coming and the description is a new course coming on 9th April. Like this, you can also say a survey, right? Survey. And you can just add anything and you add your survey link. And from the portal itself, if I click on send newsletter, you will be able to select, you want to send it to all users, just all the students, or so you can send it to all the students. Right now, I think in the newsletter section, because it was built to send mass communication to all the students, we do not have particular student, but yeah, this is a section by which you can, it doesn't have a form for you to create, but you can definitely send mass emails to all the students if you want.
so the link will be external link only of Google.
Exactly.
Also, right?
The link will be external link, a Google form or any form, Google form that you create, and you would be part of the mail. Yeah.
Do we have any feature of forum discussion also on the platform? Like Udemy
Yes.
has a forum discussion. Do we have anything?
Yes. Yes, of course. So we have a forum section and students can put their questions and answer each other. The admin can also reply, but yeah, it's they can ask a question and the other students can answer. Yeah. And we also have a notice board section where you can, for this particular course, you can add any disclaimer or whatever in the notice board. Yeah.
Is there a possibility to have a feedback of the sessions and or eventually rate the session maybe on 5-star scale also?
Yes, the course rating is there. So for that, so as you can see, if I just go to this particular, I'll be able to say it's a 0-star, it's a 5-star. So after completing the course, they will be able to rate the course. Yeah.
Great, thank you.
Yeah, coming back, I think that was the report. I would just do a sense check about if there's any question or on the report section. If not, we are just going to move on. We're almost towards the end. Okay, over to you, Dipan.
So before moving to the pricing section, I would like to do a small bingo style survey. So everyone, if you have, I think most of you have understood what the problems are and all. So I would like you to just count all the problems that you have from this scorecard and just write the score. For example, if you have news turn often ask for training materials, or we spend too much time answering the same related questions. So that's two problems for me. And I would like to write on the chat that it's two for me. So can you guys go ahead and do it for? So it will be helpful for us to understand what's the rate of problem you are facing in the LMS part.
Just type whatever, like, yeah, out of the 9 boxes, whatever you think resonates with you, just type the number.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a 3. Six. Okay.
Okay, 6. So honestly, if the number is 5 or more, I can see most of you have given 3, and I can see some 6s also. So you have, I think, come to the right place, and this session is for solving these kind of problems, I think. Yeah, Deepika, you have been 4, Bhupinder, you have been 3. So I think it's the best time to understand what these fixes actually cost. And so some of you, any one of you might want to write.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's hand it over to Piali and show what it actually costs to fix the problems.
Thank you. So I think just to summarize the earlier section, I think if the answer is anywhere between 3 to 4, its answer is anywhere between 3 to 4. I think there are some problem, but it's not very severe enough. But if you're answering anything more than 4, 5, I think then LMS can definitely solve the problem, and then we can kind of talk after the thing. But I think 3 and 4s are like you're not that in the area where it's a must have, but yeah, it can be a discussion that we can have. Now moving on, Dipan, would you like to stop sharing? I would like to just go ahead and share my screen on this part. There we go. So now in terms of the pricing, I'll just share my screen and I'll take you through the pricing that we have currently. Now,
तो अपनी प्राथमिकता बनाएं। अगर आपको या परिवार में किसी को भी तेज
Ravi?
बुखार, अत्यधिक थक, उल्टी,
I have muted him. I think it was maybe it is unmuted, got unmuted by mistake. Now, in terms of the pricing, the pricing that we have for up to 100 learners, we are saying it will be 50,000 per year. So if you have up to 100 learners, it can be any type of learner, your internal team, your external people, training people, like program team, whatever. So up to 100 learner, we are saying 50,000. Up to 200 learner, it will be up to 1 lakh, and up to 500 learner, it will be 2 lakhs. On top of the pricing, on top of this cost, there will be a one-time setup and implementation cost. For the first plan, it would be 25,000. So that means if you have 100 learners for the first year, your cost will be 75,000. From the second year onwards, it would be 50,000. If you're talking about 200 learner, then there will be an implementation charge, which will be only one-time cost for the first year, 50,000, and for the plan 3 as well, it will be 50,000. Now, although I'm giving this number, there's also something that we have been working on, and I'm just going to go back to another screen of mine, and I'll just, yeah, so just one second, just share my entire screen and I'll just, one second. Yeah, so this is the LMS as a standalone application, but we have also been working on an ERP system where inside the ERP we are adding People Hub, Finance Hub, Program Hub, Admin Hub. And in terms of the People Hub section, we will also have LMS as a part of the ERP. This is something that we are working on, and the pricing will be kind of decided by the end of the month. So from August onward, we'll talk to nonprofits to onboard them on the ERP. So this would be the LMS would be part of the ERP as well as a standalone platform. The pricing that you just saw, it's for the standalone platform. When you do not need an ERP or anything else that's there in the ERP, you are just looking for an LMS to streamline your learning, then that would be the pricing. But in terms of the ERP and inside ERP, we will not make like individual cost for the app. It will have a ERP cost and all of that. That's something we are still deciding on. So I just wanted to give some clarity on that. There are two ways it will be possible to have. One is as part of the ERP, one is as a standalone platform. Now that was about the cost and what we have been working on. Last but not the least, right after the webinar at 4 p.m., you will get an email from Luma. In the email, you will be having a link to book a one-on-one call with me. So you can click on the link and book a one-on-one call with me. It will come at 4 p.m. right after the webinar. And you can also email me at this email ID. I'm just going to keep it there for 10 seconds. If you want to take a image of photo of it and then later email me directly, I'm happy to reply to you as well. And you can also reply to the email that we'll get from Luma. It will also come directly to me. Yeah, I think we are almost at the end of the hour. So we are ending at a very nice time, just 2 minutes to spare. Yes, over to you, Dipan.
Okay, so I think it's time for wrapping up, and I know everyone's calendar is packed to the brim. So after this, as you receive the email, I think I have seen some of you guys talking with the team soon, and as Astam already responded in the chat. So I think the problem is really a good team to look after, and I think the LMS platform would solve many issues for all of you. So yeah, thank you, and so let's end the call. It's already 4. Thank you, everyone.
Thanks, everyone.